Good afternoon. So far, Day 33 looks a lot like Day 32, even with the witnesses presented so far. Carmina Cruz of Alveoland was back on the stand, and she confirmed that there has not been an official acceptance by Mrs. Corona of the columns unit. If you recall, she was presented by the defense to show why the columns property of Corona was not declared in his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth until 2010, despite it being acquired in 2008. She had explained that this was not yet accepted officially by Mrs. Corona because of defects in the unit. Now, the lead counsel, Serafin Cuevas, also emphasized that for a property to be declared in a statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, it must have been physically delivered and must be in possession of the owner. Now, Perlita Ele of the Quezon City Regional Trial Court was also back on the stand today, but she was not cross-examined nor direct examined or asked any questions by the senator judges. Instead, she submitted documents that further support why the McKinley property under Corona's name, or under Chirina's name rather, which is the daughter of the Chief Justice, was not listed in his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth. These documents are meant to prove further that this property is Chirina's own unit. Now, the defense also reviewed the list of 45 properties allegedly owned by Corona, which was submitted by Diaz of the LRA to the prosecution. However, the impeachment court has now resumed, so let us go back to the trial. Stay tuned at Rappler.com.
Are not under the name of Chief Justice nor his wife, Cristina.
Yes, Your Honor.
And out of it, five of the titles I think are under dispute by the prosecution panel. So which makes a total of 21 titles. Which will be defended by the which will be proved by the defense if indeed Chief Justice Corona owns those particular properties. Now, Mr. Witness, may I ask you, they have already agreed that 17 properties were already cancelled, and 12 has not been proven to be under the name of Chief Justice Corona. Did you really make a mistake in transmitting that information to the prosecution? Or did you want to make it appear that you are in cahoots with the prosecution panel to make it appear that Chief Justice Corona owns 45 properties?
First, Your Honor, I will not accept that I am in cahoots with the prosecution team, Your Honor. But I cannot also readily accept that it was a mistake because from my point of view, Your Honor, these are documents that they may use for their research, Your Honor. And that was the tenor of my letter to them.
What research are you talking about?
For the properties, Your Honor. It was never my obligation to tell them, Your Honor, what exactly are the properties that you want to present. As I said earlier, Your Honor, I merely instructed our RDs in the nearby cities to give me some materials that were being asked by the media people, and to which they responded, Your Honor, about 2 or 3 days after. But then, in the meantime, we realized that it will not be fair for the Chief Justice if I will just release it to the media for media purposes, Your Honor. So it was about 2 days after that they made a request for me for these documents, and it was already there, so I forwarded it to them, Your Honor.
No, so you were one of those who released your letter or the information to the media. Am I correct?
Did not, Your Honor. That is why I have it in my office, Your Honor.
Going back to your letter to Congressman Tupas dated January 10, 2012, and I repeat, pursuant to your official request for information relative to the real estate properties registered in the name of Renato Corona et al., please find enclosed herewith certified true copies of titles registered in their names as follows, etc., etc. Did you really enclose the certified true copies in the transmitted letter that
yes,
you provided the prosecution panel?
Yes, Your Honor.
in the certified true copies of the titles registered under the names of C.J. Corona and his wife, why did you include those titles that were already cancelled, or those titles not in the name of C.J. Corona?
Because
Why did you include it?
it was generated in the computer search, Your Honor.
So, mali itong unang paragraph ng sulat mo kay Congressman Tupas. Kasi nilagay mo rito, relative to real estate properties, registered, nakalagay dito, registered in the name of Renato Corona et al. Well, in fact, hindi naman pala nakaregister sa pangalan niya.
But I understand that et al, Your Honor, means and others, Your Honor.
And others, yes.
Yes,
I
Your
know.
Honor.
And others. Sino yung others? Did they point out to you sino yung others? Sister-in-law, brother, son-in-law, anak? Did they specifically point out that to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
O sino pa?
And the others that were generated in the computer, Your Honor. That is why I did not name it, Your Honor, because some of them may be namesakes, and that is covered by the et al, Your Honor.
Now, Senator Pia Cayetano has already articulated na itong sulat na ibinigay mo sa prosecution did a lot of damage. Let's just be fair enough.
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to be fair in far as my decision, in far as my judgment on the D-Day. Alright? Bigyan naman natin ng patas na laban. Dahil itong naging sulat mo kay Congressman Tupas na ibinilandra ng spokespersons ng prosecution panel. At sinabi, inilahad na ni Senator Pia Cayetano doon sa ABS-CBN, doon sa Inquirer, na Chief Justice owns 45 properties without even authenticating or verifying the properties if indeed those were under the names or under the name of Renato Corona. And I know, kahit hindi mo inamin, ikaw ay nagkamali sa pagbigay ng impormasyon dito sa mga members ng prosecution panel sapagkat maliwanag na maliwanag, nag-agree na sila 17 titles out of the 45 were already cancelled and 12 does not belong to the Chief Justice. Ngayon, aminin mo hindi, yun ang aking pananaw, yun ang aking paniniwala, sana po ay respetuhin ninyo.
I will respect it.
Now, Congressman Tupas, thank you. When you received the letter coming from the LRA, that indeed Chief Justice owned 45 properties, and then, I don't know, I think it was you or the members of your media panel who exposed to the media, before the media, that ito, we have 45 properties. Maraming properties ang pagmamayari ni Chief Justice Corona. Did you not verify it, Congressman Tupas? Or if you indeed verified these titles, why didn't you correct or rectify it before the media? Why did you make it appear that the respondent owned various properties here in Metro Manila?
After we received the letter dated January 10, 2012, what we did was we filed a request for the issuance of subpoena on January 12, 2012, 2 days after. We attached it. The press conference I inquired happened after the filing of the request for issuance of subpoena with the attached letter containing the 45 properties. Yun po yung nangyari, Ginoong Pangulo.
Now, may I tell you that to advise your spokesperson to rectify the error, to para bawiin yung sinabi sa media na hindi 45 yung ari-arian ni Chief Justice Corona, because I think the damage has already been done. It is already instilled in the minds of the public, the minds of the people. or even in the minds of the court that Corona owns 45 properties. Well, in fact, hindi 45. I'm showing you a copy of this cancelled transfer certificate of title. Ito, ang laki-laki o cancelled. Mr. Diaz, di mo ba nakita ito? Cancelled. Inilagay mo pa rin sa iyong information, sa iyong listahan na binigay sa prosecution. Cancelled na, inilagay mo pa. Ano ba naman?
With the permission of Senator
That's
Estrada,
right, Mr. President.
I just want to clarify this from the chief of the prosecution panel. According to the story of Mr. Attorney Diaz, even before you called him, he already had the titles of this property in his possession. He anticipated the required research on the property of Chief Justice Corona and his wife. And this reason that he gave was because he was being asked by the media. Now, how the media knew about that and why they became interested about the assets, real estate assets of Chief Justice Corona, I do not know. But the fact is, according to the statement of this witness under oath, even before you called him to ask for help, to search for titles in the name of lands and other real estate property in the name of the Chief Justice Corona and Mrs. Corona, he already had these titles. Did you know about that when you made the call to him, Mr.
No, Your Honor.
Prosecutor of Counsel?
No, Your Honor.
No, you did not.
No, because if I may explain, as was stated earlier, we already have the various documents referring to different properties allegedly owned by the Chief
already
Justice.
evidence of some of the properties.
Yes, we already have
Yeah.
at that time, but we wanted to confirm if there are, number one, confirm, and number two, we wanted to know whether there are other
You have already the
properties.
title, your evidence on the Bellagio property.
Yes, we already
on the
have Bellagio.
Coram property.
Yes,
And
McKinley
McKinley property.
and the Spanish Bay.
And you
Tower.
wanted to find out if there were additional property.
That's correct, Your Honor.
But the fact is, according to the witness, he stated under oath that even before you asked his assistance, he already used his initiative to make a search, and he had already the titles of these 45 alleged assets in the name of the Coronas. Okay? So, Senator Jinggoy, you can continue.
Your Honor, please.
Yes?
Your Honor, please, can I just make some corrections that I did not do that on my initiative, Your Honor, because previously the media people were already asking, Your Honor.
Precisely, I
Yes, sir.
said that your reason was that the media
Yes, sir.
were asking you, and you made the search.
Yes, Your Honor. I
Yeah.
submit, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's what I said. I did not, I explained that. Okay. Senator,
Mr. President,
the floor.
may we recognize Senator Ralph Recto?
Senator Recto.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Majority Leader. Just very briefly, I would like to ask my questions to the prosecution and to the defense counsel, if possible. No? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. As I get it right earlier, based on your testimony, or rather the defense, what you said earlier, from 45, we're talking now of 21 properties. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your
Counsel for
Honor.
the defense.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. In
Right.
other words, the original number is 45.
It is
It-
now down to 21.
Even per admission by the prosecution, Your
Correct,
Honor.
correct. Now, just to be a little more specific about it, no? Those 21 properties, ilan ba yung parking lot na pinag-uusapan natin? 3.
Only 3.
So assuming we take that out from 21, that's down to 18.
That's correct.
Okay, now, yung kay Vicente, yung Marikina, ilan po yun?
7 parcels, Your Honor.
7.
That's correct.
So from 18 minus 7, you're down to 11.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Right, Your Honor.
Yes, Your
It's
Honor.
a matter of mathematical
Okay.
computation.
Now, these 11 are all in the name of the Chief Justice and his wife?
Not in the name of the Chief Justice, but in the name of the seller, Christina. You're referring to the 7 parcels, Your Honor?
No, I'm referring to the last 11. So, ulitin natin. From 21, there are 3 parking
If I
lots.
remember correctly,
So we're down to 18.
I think there are 5 parking lots. So for the Burgundy, di ba?
Hindi na po, because ang Burgundy is already included in the condominium title.
Andali.
Okay.
Andali, ulitin lang natin. From 21, so we're talking about 3 parking lots in the 21. So now we're down to 18.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The Marikina property, which Vicente claims is his and not that of the Chief Justice, ilan yon? 7. 18, you're down to 11. Okay? Of the 11, from what I recall, 2 are in the name of his children, above 18 years old, which should not be in the SALN,
No, Your Honor. There are 4 properties
in the name of the children.
in the name of the children, Your Honor.
And they're all above 18 years old.
Yes, Your Honor, but our claim, Your Honor, is that
It is a
this
simulated sale.
simulated sale and they
Yeah,
do
that
not
has to
have...
be proven, that point of that part. Pero maliwanag, if your children are below 18, then you include it in your SALN. But in this case, they're above 18 years old. So from 11, 4, you're down to 7. Is that correct with the defense as well? Is that number correct?
From 9,
From 11 minus 4, you're down to 7.
correct, Your Honor. Mathematically, yes.
Mathematically. The Chief Justice has 5. So there's a discrepancy of 2. Which 2?
11 minus 2 lang. Ano?
9 minus...
Your Honor, if I may clarify, Your Honor.
Yes, please.
Out of these 2 properties, Your Honor, one property which has not been declared all throughout, Your Honor,
Yes.
is one of the Xavier Bill lots, Your Honor.
Ito yung katabi.
Yes, Your Honor, and that is the Lot 6A, Your
Correct,
Honor,
correct.
acquired in 1993.
Okay.
And the title of that, Your Honor,
Kaya ang bilang ko ay 6 lang ang pinag-uusapan eh. 5 in the SALN of 2010 and 1, as you claim, that is not declared, nakatabi.
yes, Your Honor,
Currently.
and in the SALN, all throughout, Your Honor, what was declared was the lot that was donated in 1971.
Correct.
Very consistent, Your Honor, from
Correct.
1992 to
Correct.
2010, that lot was declared as a donated
I
land,
understand.
1971.
I understand. And I'm
but-
with you. I'm with you on this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But the point now is, from 45, sa bilang ko, based on our discussion and also, is 6. I mean, assuming hindi kailangan ilagay ni Chief Justice sa pangalan niya yung 4, then sa pangalan ng anak niya, above 18 years old. That's 1. 2, the parking lots. Assuming lang. 3, the 7 Vicente lots, which was testified on here. Napunta ng media, nakita yung libo-libong bonsai, you seem to be a credible witness. So there is one other property that has not been declared in the SALN. Now, could I have a listing of this? So you have the 5 in the SALN and that other La Vista Lot 6. Is there any other, Mr. Prosecutor?
Out of the 21, Your Honor, there are none. Insofar as the year 2010, Your Honor.
Correct.
Because the position of the prosecution, Your Honor,
Correct.
is this has to be considered on a year-to-year basis, Your
I
Honor.
understand.
So
I understand.
year-end, Your Honor. So insofar as 2010 is concerned, that is correct. Only one property, Your Honor, was not declared in
Okay.
2010. But insofar as
Yeah.
other years are concerned, there are, in 2004, the columns was not declared. In 2005, Bonifacio Ridge was not declared,
yes.
and subsequently
May
yours.
you submit that memorandum to the impeachment court as well? Thank you very much.
We will,
Mr.
Your
President.
All right, Majority Floor Leader.
There are no other questions, or there are no more questions for the witness, Mr. President. We may discharge the
The
witness.
witness is discharged.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Attorney.
Thank you, Attorney Diaz.
Thank you very much,
Mr.
Your
President,
Honors.
we are informed that the defense will be presenting more witnesses tomorrow. So with that, we would like to ask the Sergeant at Arms to make an announcement.
Please all rise. All persons are commanded to remain in their places until the Senate President and the Senators have left their session hall.
Mr. President, there being no other business for the day, I move that we adjourn until 2 o'clock in the afternoon of Thursday, March 22, 2012.
Is there any objection? There being none, the trial is hereby adjourned until 2 o'clock of Thursday, tomorrow, March 22, 2012.